I am a huge fan of the PS Vita. It was very overlooked back in the day, despite it having quite a few great games on the platform itself. Now, I enjoyed a game called Dragon's Crown on my PS Vita, and it was a beautiful beat-em-up style game, and that game was overlooked as well. But now I found a game that really reminds me of it, and that game is DragonSpear-EX. Let's get right into it. DragonSpear-EX's art style is definitely anime-inspired or manga-inspired, and it's similar to Dragon's Crown, especially when it comes to its female characters. They are definitely sexualized, and their anatomies are exaggerated, but not as much as in Dragon's Crown, so just be aware of that if that's something that bothers you. Now, the sound design, as far as the soundtrack and the voice lines of the characters and the sound effects, they're all crisp and satisfying, and they really adhere well to the fantasy theme overall. As a complete package, I think the art style and sound design of this game are really well done. The gameplay of DragonSpear-EX is basically Diablo with a beat-em-up style combat system. Now let's get right into it. You choose between a wide variety of different characters at the start of the game, and each of these characters have a unique class as well as abilities and playstyles. And once you do so, you're plopped into this world that consists of levels, and these levels consist of tons of enemies and mini bosses and bosses to defeat. And when you're killing these enemies during the level, they will drop gold as well as materials and loot that you can equip to your character. And in between these levels, you're able to level up that loot, you're able to synergize that loot, and change the stats of your character overall and make you more efficient at killing more enemies and bosses. So that's basically the gameplay loop, and it's very, very addicting. As a beat-em-up game, it's important to have really fun combat, and this is no different. The moves are so flashy and they do so much damage, and it's really fun just popping off combos of abilities and just watching waves of enemies just get obliterated. And it has that Diablo-like feel of power tripping where you're just consistently getting stronger and stronger. So the difficulty of the combat isn't necessarily there all the time. Sometimes it's just a breeze, and occasionally you'll have just a little bit of difficulty, but the satisfaction comes from really speccing out your character and just being super powerful. A huge addition to this game is its multiplayer raids. Now you can play online with other players and go through these raids and get loot together and make it more of a social event and more of a cooperative event, as well as you get to see what other people have done with their characters. It's really addicting and really fun, and it performed extremely well. I never had any hitches or hiccups to speak of. The loot and leveling system in this game makes it very easy to lose track of time as you're playing because you're consistently making progress and you feel like your character is consistently getting stronger and stronger, and you never feel like you're just kind of stuck in a rut and nothing's changing. And so that loop of addictiveness just keeps going and going and going, and it's very satisfying. It's important to have really tight controls in a beat-em-up or action-styled game, and this is no different. The controls are really well done, and there's also a lot of control options on top of that when it comes to your joystick, as well as just the control schemes. So you can't necessarily move the buttons around and size them to your liking, but the control schemes that are here are very well done, and I never felt a need or a want for better controls. There's a lot of settings here as well so that it performs well on any device that you play this on. The monetization of this game absolutely shocked me, and it's why I initially took the plunge on this game. It's a premium experience available for $4.99, and there are no in-app purchases within the game, despite it having an online functionality, and that is so rare on mobile in general, and I just couldn't believe it. So you get everything this game has to offer, including the multiplayer raids, for free, and you just get to grind it as a premium experience. It is amazing. DragonSpear-EX is my favorite mobile release of 2022 thus far. It has amazing beat-em-up style combat that's flashy and satisfying to do. The loot and leveling system is extremely addicting because you feel like you're consistently making progression no matter how long you're playing or what you're doing. And the cherry on top is its online functionality with its raids. It's so cool to have that social aspect thrown in here, especially in a premium package. You never see that on mobile nowadays or on other platforms in general. It's very special, and for $4.99, this is an absolute steal of a deal, and it provides several hours of content for you to enjoy. I highly suggest you guys check it out if you like action games, beat 'em up games, Diablo-like games, any of that jazz. definitely take the plunge on this one. The link to the game is in the description down below. Alright guys, that was my review for DragonSpear-EX. Don't forget to leave a like, pop a sub, and comment. It really helps out small channels like mine. And if you want more content from me, check out any of the links in the description down below, especially my TikTok. I cover mobile games on that every single day, even on the weekends. So you might really enjoy that because I cover games there that I don't cover here, and vice versa. I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. I hope you're staying safe and take it easy.